Welcome back to Let's Play Penumbra, Black Plague. Last time I threw a barrel down a staircase. Just noticed these boards. I thought that was a handrail. Sorry for being quiet. I just had a odd moment. I don't know if anybody else ever feels it. It's like when you start to remember the echoes of a dream, and then your body goes into pain more and more the longer you hold on to it until it finally slips away. And then you just feel nauseous. Nobody else seems to know what that means. Oh well, moving on. There are roots growing. We're in the middle of Greenland. What plant research room? What plants are growing? Well,
you know, you turning up here is probably the second best thing to happen to me since I've been down here. I'm reserving first place for when we get out. So, I'm not big-headed enough to think you came all the way here just to rescue me. I wasn't lying, though. I think I've worked out how to disinfect you. But, you probably saw this coming. It's not quite as simple as all that. I had to engage the failsafe on the research rooms to seal myself in here. And that means we need a key card to get me out. One of the personnel, one of the infected ones, tried to get in with a card, but I don't know where it went. Look, I need you, and, well, if you do get me out, I'll give you the biggest hug of your life.
Yay!
Christ! Go here, go there, fetch this, run me a bath. Typical broad, atypical circumstances. You think fate has anything to do with this? Fate is merely the war cry of those too scared to think for themselves.
You hush, Clarence. I want that hug. Everybody loves hugs. Oh dear. I just know that there's gonna be one of those things around here. I mean, in all fairness, I'd be a bit disappointed if there wasn't, given that this is far too spooky of an area to not have one. You know, that is one advantage. They have flashlights. Okay. I don't know how far they'll chase is the problem, and unlike Amnesia, I don't have that loud metal grating monster chasing you sound effect to warn me of their presence. I mean, to tell me when they do or don't have their eyes trained on me. Okay. I still have the final remnants of that dream racketing around in the back of my thoughts. Too slippery to hang on to, but enough that I'm aware of its presence and the nausea that it brings. I swear I saw a flashlight move down there. Yep. So we know there's one there. I'm praying they all have flashlights. That's where I came from. This is that wall from before that said that it was obviously a dead end. And yeah, if I get caught by one, I've lost track of which direction I came from. kennel. Oh,
The
crud.
archaic would never ask that employees work longer than the recommended 8-hour shift, but understands that enthusiasm for their work and dedication to the team may often motivate them to do so. Thank you for not letting us down.
I thought I heard a voice. I'd pray that none of them are just standing in a room waiting to scare somebody. Oh. Hello there, strange artifact. Gonna be honest, I don't like the fact that this area is called the Kennels. I'm worried by that. Oh, thank goodness, a loading door. That gives me a save point should anything go horribly wrong. Man, the fact that I have no defense against them compared to the first Penumbra game, I still defend as adding a lot more suspense and ambience to it, because then you know you're dead if you get caught and can't run away. Oh, delightful. Does this mean there's doges? So let's go into the kennel. That's brilliant. What the heck? I think the kennels are haunted. I have found 3 of those, though, at least. I think that's the point. Why is this kennel closed off? Is that the spirit of the doges? Oof, something tore through there. Whoa.
Dark, isn't it? Echo! Echo!
Hey. Clarence, turn my visual cortex back on.
Kinda empty. Now this is what it's like to be me, buried deep within the cavernous expanse you call a mind. You see, this is what puts me in such a bad mood. We spend all this time messing about with door codes, levers, human appendages, and it turns out at the blink of an eye, I can just block it all out.
And then we die.
Gone. Just you and me on some kind of messed up holiday.
And you're Gilligan.
You think I can conjure up some margaritas?
Yes.
No? Shall we get the hell out of here, then?
Yes. Give me back my vision.
Well, it's hardly better, but it is more interesting. Just...
Oh, well, that's not worrying at all. What happened in here? I was saying if there was any markings on the floor that might allude to what happened. Paw prints. Should I be following the bloody paw prints? Probably not. Standard stuff, couple collars, leashes, water ball. I hope I've seen the last of these appalling things. That's actually, these aren't the infected doges, though. What happened? Judging from the claw and bite marks, I'd say another dog killed this one. Why is it the cages themselves snarl and growl? Oh Lord! Clarence! You have a sick sense of humor. This is one of those rare areas where I will vouch. Seemed almost like an animal did this, but there's no claw marks. This is one of those rare areas where I'm happy to use a flashlight over the glow stick. For parts of it, there's a legit threat to my health. A note. Efficiency assessment is sanctioned by Elof Carpenter Elevated. Subject Wilbur Frisk. Chief Overseer Shelter Research Station Greenland. Report filed by Garrett Quinn. February 20th, year 2000. My assessment of Frisk begins today. I have taken up station as his personal assistant and my report will run for 6 months. In 1980, Frisk has turned up precious few results and I intend to discover why. March 5th, having observed Frisk for 2 weeks, it seems my earlier assumptions may have been quite incorrect. He displays passion, efficiency, and above all, commitment to the cause. These qualities are ably demonstrated by his recent discovery of what is being called the Turngat Tomb. At the primary excavation, he has of course called for a full-scale investigation. April 28th. A small-scale epidemic has resulted from the opening of the tomb. This will be a perfect opportunity to fully observe Frisk's ability to deal with high-pressure scenarios. May 24th. The epidemic has developed beyond all control. There have been many casualties and it is hard not to highlight Wilbur as the primary cause. Yeah, that's Frisk. June 13th. Frisk has lost all control. While a number of survivors have fled and others have holed themselves up in the mess hall, Frisk has chosen to lock himself away in the kennels with the remaining dogs for protection. I have had no choice but to follow him there in order to complete my report. September question. I have lost sense of time, but Frisk seems to be almost enjoying himself. He's become very close to the canines. Every day he leaves the compound to forage for food in the main base, which he then feeds to the animals, despite a number of them being infected. October. Frisk has developed some strange symptoms. He's becoming sensitive to light. The slightest light scares him away. He's also displaying almost animalistic tendencies. He's been digging out some of the walls and hiding behind them. Further, I suspect he may be sneaking out of the facility at night, possibly even into the mines. Some of the dogs have turned up dead. Entry 8. I've been observing Frisk some time now, and I believe I can conclude my report. Frisk displays outstanding efficiency, though I am now forced to call his judgment into doubt. Despite plenty of rations remaining, I believe he may have begun eating the canines. Entry 9. When I woke this morning, there was a corpse lying on the floor beside me. I broke out the flashlight, fearful Frisk may have been savaged and taken his own life. As I did so, I could not help but see, at the corner of my vision, Frisk fleeing back into the shadows. The dead man was Dr. Roberts, a scientist I was sure had escaped into the mines at the first sign of the epidemic. He had bite marks in his side and looked to have been dragged some way. In addition, his tongue was missing. I will continue to observe Frisk while taking additional security precautions. That's the guy from the first game that cut out his tongue. When we were underneath, something tore through the wall and dragged him away. Ah. Interesting. Very nice callback. These things, they're taking me. They're taking me. They need me. They're beckoning me in. But yeah, take note of the fact it kept emphasizing that he shies away from light, and the relation to why I made the remark about being willing to use the flashlight in this area. Because if these lights go out, I'd be dead. Most notably in that end of the hallway, since we've searched this end. But since we're at the 15-minute mark, I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, that little pinpoint of light looked like somebody shining a light back at me. It freaked me out for a second. But I'm gonna go ahead and call it here, and I will see you next time.